Hi guys, my name is Harman. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today's video is for all workers who are working in Canada on post-graduation work permit. The government of Canada has announced a new policy under which you can apply for an open work permit for 18 months. The mandatory requirements to be eligible for an open work permit are: first is your post-graduation work permit must have expired on or after January 30th, 2020. Second is you must be present in Canada on or after January 27th, 2021. A lot of people are really confused about this and they do not know how to apply for open work permit under this new policy. They normally go to lawyers or consultants to apply for this permit, and the lawyers charge you like $400 to $500 fees to apply for this permit. So in today's video, I would be helping you guys to apply for this one-time open work permit for 18 months. I would help you guys fill out the application form, gather all the documents that you need, write a letter that we need for this open work permit. So let's get started and fill out the form. To be eligible for this open work permit, the mandatory conditions are: your post-graduation work permit must have expired on or after January 30th, 2020, or will expire within 4 months from the date you apply for this open work permit. The second is you were in Canada as of January 27, 2021 when this policy took place. The third thing that you have to include is a letter that you are applying for an open work permit under the new policy. Fourth is the passport that you need. So let's get started and let me help you guys apply for this open work permit. So the first step is going to the Government of Canada website, that is www.cic.gc.ca. After you go to the website, you select English. Then you need to sign in on your account. So I have a GC key, so I sign in with GC key. You can sign in with the sign-in partner, that is through your bank. So after you sign in to your account, you need to go to the bottom of the page and go to apply to come to Canada option. Then you need to go to I do not have a personal reference code, under which you need to click on visitor visa, study or work permit. After you click on that, a series of questions would pop up. You need to answer those. So what would you like to do in Canada is work. This would be temporarily more than 6 months. I have an Indian passport, so I would go with Indian passport INT. Right now I'm living in Canada, so I would select Canada. I do not have a family member, so I would say no. Then your date of birth. Then you got to hit the next button. Then I do not hold a US citizenship, so I say no to this. My current immigration status in Canada, I am a worker right now, so I click worker. So this is the most important step. So for this, we got to click yes, because we are applying for an open work permit under the active public policy or the pilot program announced by IRCC. So we would say yes to this. I do not have a spouse or common law partner, so I would say no to this. Same no for this as well, because this doesn't apply to me. Then it would ask you for marital status. I am single right now. My province has always been British Columbia, so I would select that. After you do this, these are the options that pop up. So we need to apply for an open work permit. So we click on continue right over here. We hit one more continue. I am not accompanying a family member, so I would say no to this. Then you have to, for this is when your status expires in Canada, that is the expiry date of your work permit. So when your work permit is expiring, you need to write that. I'm just taking a random date. Then you hit the next button. Have you had a medical exam performed? I have not, so I would select no. I have not, so I have not lived in any other country for more than 6 months in the last year. So if any of these jobs apply to you, you got to say yes. It doesn't apply to me, so I'm going to say no because I don't work in these fields. I am not going to submit an application for a family member, so I would say no. Are you giving access to your application? No, I am not giving any access to the application. Nope, my fingerprints have not been done in the last 10 years, so would you say no? Yes, I would be paying the fees. This is for the digital copy of your documents with the scanner. Yes, I would be able to provide that. And this is for the fees. Yes, we would be paying the fees. So this is the summary of your questions. You can review them or edit them by clicking the button right over here. So then you hit the continue button. Hit the continue one more time. And here is the checklist of your documents. So you need to fill out this form. This is IMM 5710. The name of this application form is application to change conditions, extend my stay or remain in Canada as a worker. You need to upload your passport right over here. We need to upload your digital photo. And there is one more mandatory document that we need. Is the client information. We need to attach a letter in which we have to state that we are applying for an open work permit under the new policy. The fees for this is $340. The biometrics are not happening right now, so they would refund you the money for biometrics. So let's get started and let me help you guys fill out the application form that is the basis of this application. Many people have the problem in opening this form or saving this, because if you give a right click on this, the form doesn't open up. So the best way to open the form and save it is you got to give a right click over here, and then you need to save the link as. You can save it on a desktop, hit the save button. Then you need to give a right click and open with Adobe Reader, because that's the best software that you can use for opening the PDF, opening the form. So you give a right click over here, and the form opens up. This is how you open the form. and then you can save it by hitting the Control and S button. That's how you save the form. So let's fill out the form. The first thing that we need to fill out is the UCI number. UCI number is written on the right hand side of your work permit, so you can write it from there. Second step is the service. We want the service in English, so we would select English here. Next step is what type of permit you're applying. We would be applying for a work permit with the same employer because we would get an open work permit. Then you have to enter your first name. Then it would ask you, have you ever used any other name? We would select no. Then it would ask you for your sex, then your date of birth, then your place of birth, your country and your citizenship. Then it would ask you for your current country, that is Canada, and our status is worker, so we would select worker. And this is the expiry date, issue date and the expiry date of your work permit. So you would write your issue date of your work permit here and expiry date right over here. Then comes during the past 5 years, have you lived in any country? We would select no because we only lived in Canada. Then it would ask you for your marital status. I'm single, so we would select single. Then it would ask you, have you previously been married? That is no. Then it would ask you for your native language. We would select Punjabi because that's my language. Then it would ask you, are you able to communicate in French? We would select French or English. We would select English. Then comes your passport details. You have to enter your passport number here, your country of issue, then the issue date of your passport here, and the expiry date of your passport right here. Then comes the national identity document, that is any document that you have from Canada. It could be your driver's license, it could be your provincial ID like a BC ID. So we would select yes. We would write the document number like your license number or BC ID number here, your country of issue, that is Canada, and this would be your issue date of your ID and the expiry date of your ID. Then comes the US PR card. We do not have the US citizenship or nor we hold a green card. We would select no. Then comes your address. You need to enter your address here, apartment number, street name. Then the residential address. My residential address is same as mailing, so I would select yes. Then your telephone number, mobile number, we go to cellular. Then we have to enter the email address over here as well. The next part is coming into Canada. This is the date when you first came to Canada and the place. So when you first landed to Canada, you have to write your date here and the place where you landed. We don't have to answer these. The fourth question is, you need to enter your work permit number or your study permit number right here. If you have a work permit, you need to enter your work permit number here. And if you got a study permit, you need to enter your study permit number here. The type of work permit we are applying for, it would come under open work permit category, so we would select that. Then we don't have to fill out these questions because we applied for an open work permit. Then comes, have you been issued a provincial nominee certificate? I have not, so I would select no. If you have, then select yes. Then comes your education. You need to enter all the education that you have done in Canada right here. Then comes your employment. You need to enter your employment for the past 10 years. So all the jobs that you held for the last 10 years, you have to enter here. When you started until when you worked, your occupation, your company, your city where you worked, and your country. After you fill out these, we go to the background information. First step is, have you ever had tuberculosis or were you in a contact with the person who had tuberculosis? The answer is no. Second is, do you have any mental disorder? The answer is no to this as well. Then comes, have you ever remained beyond the validity of your status? I have not, so we would select no. Have you ever been refused a visa? No, so we would select no. Then it would ask you, have you previously applied to enter or remain in Canada? We would select yes, because we initially came to Canada and we were issued a study permit or a study visa, so we need to mention here that I had applied for my study permit to come to Canada. You can include your study permit number or your work permit number right over here. Have you ever been arrested or charged with a criminal offense? Answer is no to this. Then comes the question, did you serve in the military? We would select no. Then are you a member of any political party? Absolutely no, so we would select no. Have you ever witnessed or participated in ill treatment of prisoners? No, we would select no. Then we need to give a consent to IRCCs to contact us in case they need any more information. We would select yes. We need to print our signatures here, write the date, and the last step is hit the validate button. So when you hit the validate button, a separate screen would pop up that says validation completed successfully. Then you need to click OK. It would generate us the barcodes that we need to include with our application form. So the application form that we filled needs to be uploaded right over here. We can upload the file from here. Then we need to upload our passport. Click over here and you can upload your passport. Your digital photo you need to upload over here. The last step is entering your client information. So let's get started with that because that is mandatory. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any question, you can comment below and I would be more than happy to answer those questions. So the answers that I've given to the application form are according to my situation. It could be different for different individuals. So you must answer the questions in the application form according to your own circumstances. I tried my best to make it as simple as I can for you guys to apply for your open work permit, because it's really expensive to pay lawyers extra $400 to $500 for the application form, which we can fill it ourselves. Thank you so much for watching the video. Subscribe my channel and share it as much as you can. Thank you.